the invention of the modern treatment for cholera, the introduction of cannabis to Western medicine, and the amazing feat of establishing 4,000 miles of telegraph in India in the 1850s. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next historian is Jerry Mandel, who is responsible for deflating a number of myths out there. I don't know how many of you have heard about Marco Polo and the assassins, but you should certainly read Jerry Mandel's deflation of that whole story. He's also worked with the old soldier's disease and some other things. Jerry, today, we'll be talking about running amok, and in Indian Hemp Drugs Commission report, yes, no? Nope, not in.
I find I already have only 5 minutes left. Okay, let's get you moving here. How many of you know when the Marijuana Tax Act of 1937 was passed? Fine. Now that we have you into the Marijuana Tax Act of 1937, the power punch behind the Marijuana Tax Act, the most menacing facts about marijuana.
Mike, we can't hear you back there.
Mike. Who's Mike? The reason that Congress passed the Marijuana Tax Act so quickly, without dissent and without consideration, were 4 basic pieces of evidence. 2 of them were historical myths. One of them was the assassin's tale of the old man of the mountains, actually leading terrorists from the late 11th century to the 13th century, a Shiite sect in Iraq, but I don't want to make any analogies to current policy. So that was one of them. The second one was running amok on opium. Now, I had a choice when this talk was granted me.
Speak into the mic, Jerry.
There you go.
How am I doing here? Okay, fine. Just talk into the mic. When Dale asked me to do this talk, I said, well, I'm going to go back to 40 years ago when I wrote that last article on assassins and say, what have I learned in 40 years, if anything? But it got too difficult, and I decided to take the easiest argument, the easiest thing, which is running amok on opiate, or running amok on marijuana, and to see where this led me. So I went into my files. Here's what I found out about running amok on marijuana. First of all, at the Marijuana Tax Act hearings, Commissioner Ansinger leads off his testimony as follows. In 1090 AD, the religious and military order, or sect of the assassins, was founded in Persia, and the numerous acts of cruelty of this sect were well known. This branch of the Shiites were called Hashishin, derived from hashish, or marijuana. In fact, the Arabic Hashishin, from that we have the English word assassin. Next paragraph. Natives of the Malay Peninsula have been known, while under the influence, to rush out and engage in violent and bloody deeds with complete disregard for their personal safety or the odds arrayed against them. To run amok in the Malay Peninsula is synonymous with being under the influence of this drug. Where does it come from? Where does this madness come from? So, from the Mandel files. Earliest reference, 1659. Here it is from a book by a Dutch explorer in the East Indies. I saw at Batavia the breast torn with red-hot tongues off a black Indian by the executioner. and after this he was broken on the wheel from below upwards. This was because the evil habit of eating opium, according to the godless custom of the Indians, he had become mad and raised the cry of amok, in which mad state he had slain 5 persons. This was the 3rd amok crier whom I saw during that visit to...
So happy we alive, we together can survive. Stop the bullshit, stop the lies, and now's the time to legalize. Tell me brother, tell me true, what the hell we gonna do? Remember the days we saw purple haze, 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? We so happy, we alive, we together can survive. Mother Nature, heaven sent, don't belong to government. Hey there sister, what's the plan? Do you really understand? Remember the days we saw purple haze, 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? We so happy, we alive, we together can survive. Stop the bullshit, stop the lies, now's the time to legalize. Half the world up in smoke, where on earth can we take the tough road? Remember the days we saw purple haze, 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? Human nature, full and free, modifies reality. Open up, inner flower, peace and love, inner power. Open up, inner flower, peace and love, inner power. Remember the days we saw purple haze, 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me?